Jai Hind everyone. Myself Dr. Inderjeet Kaur, Professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today we will be discussing about the Unit 4 for the cloud computing. In this lecture, it is devoted for giving an introduction to identity and access management. Identity and access management means that we will be discussing about the security framework such that ensuring the right people are accessing the right access for the right resources. Then we will be discussing what is the problem and how IAM is giving the solution, and then further the security standards will be discussed in this lecture. So, starting from what's the identity, if we come to start with the definition, it is the distinguishing character or the personality of an individual, means the individual identity. Then the set of behavioral or personal characteristics by which an individual is recognized as a member of the group. Then identity and access management, how it can be defined? We can say that it is a set of business processes and other supporting infrastructure for the creation, maintenance and use of the digital identities. Then identity management, in this sense, it is oftenly we call as at IAM, that is identity and access management. Now further, what problems do identify and access management addresses? The growing number of web enabled applications and the changing roles for the user communities, they creates the challenges in this modern world. These challenges, they are in the form of controlling the access to various network resources. These are maintaining the consistent behavior of different users' identity for their different applications being used, and then making the new applications easy to manage. These are the challenges that are being faced in today's world. Then it is the security discipline that enables the right individuals to access the right resources at the right times for the right reasons. That is what IAM stands for, and it provides us the security discipline for the same. Suppose this is one login enterprise identity, we can say that there should be unified cloud directory, there should be single sign-on, we should also take care or also provide the multi-factor authentication, then different user provisioning should be given, and we also want anywhere any device can get the login for the same user. Then identity problem of today is whether this identity should be universal. That means internet was built so that the communications, they can be anonymous. In-house network, suppose we are talking, they have multiple devices, they are being mutually incompatible and they cause this kind of identity system problems. So in that case, users, they are incapable for handling the multiple identities, and then also criminals also love to exploit this mess. So we need to avoid that. Single user may be provided with the different devices login, but with security features. Then why identity and access management is the problem? Let us understand the root cause. Companies, they are developing and implementing the network applications in the different projects without storing a common user repository information. If there is a common repository information that this user can get login from these devices, then this problem may be sorted out. Then each application, it is deployed with its own provisioning and identity management interfaces with its own defined security systems. Then identity information and security policies, they are just distributed among different applications and different repositories, and they are to be controlled by variety of internal users and external user groups. So that is again the problem. Then administration redundancies, it can also result in inconsistent identity data across the enterprise. So, it also increases the cost for the operation, and it also increases the security stages. So, we need to avoid that. There can be duplicates of the same users. So, the duplication of identity infrastructure functions across multiple applications and random security, they can also lead to contribute to the operational inefficiencies across the enterprise. Duplication of the efforts, it increases the cost and delay time in the market, and it also reduces the revenues. So, let us understand who am I and who are you. There are many networks, they are using the multiple identity systems. The internet used is not so better. Users sometimes may get confused with all of these IDs, and then there is a management and audit that has a difficulty keeping the track of all the identities of the same users. Then a single person, they have so many IDs. Then they need to take care for the Active Directory account. They also have the online HR info account. He also has PeopleSoft user account and many more. There are so many logins for every facility and applications. So, why identity management is required? The number of identities continues to grow. We also know that. So, identity, what is the identity inside the company? What is how to identify with other partners? What is the identity on the cloud? So, all these are different. Then there comes the evolution of clients or server applications that the internet has dramatically increased nowadays, and we need to, a single user need to remember that. So, what is the real impact coming on the end users, on the administrators, or on the compliance users when we are using so many identities for a single user? So, if we are talking from the bottom, means from the end users, there are too many IDs, he has too many passwords, then he must wait for access to the different applications. If we plan to think about from the administrator point of view, he has also too many IDs, too many end users, he has to take care for them. He is also receiving too many end user requests, and it is very difficult or unreliable ways to synchronize among all the accounts. Then if we plan to think about the compliance point of view, there can be some orphaned accounts. So, they need to be taken care. Sometimes there is limited or no audit capabilities, and how the audit will take place, that is also the question. Then how to make it better for all point of view, from all the users. So, IAM, it gives us the role management, it gives us the password management, it gives us the user provisioning, it gives us the provision to maintain different directories, it gives us how we can do the audits and how it can be beneficial for doing the multiple reporting, and then how we can do the authorization. So, why this is a solution? Because it improves the user's productivity, it also reduces the high support cost, it also improves the compromise security, it helps in increasing the security. Then it finds the compliance deficiency and try to improve it. Then it decreases the corporate dissatisfaction, that is the most important parameter. Then if we think what will be the benefits for doing this IAM, opting for IAM, it will increase our it will decrease our cost and it will save our money. Then it will also improve the efficiency. Then it will reduce the time to deliver the different applications and services in a defined time. Then it will enhance the security, it will enhance the regulatory compliance, and we may have more power to do the audit. So, authentication, if we need to define, it comes out to be, it is we are verifying that the person is a right person who is claiming for that. Then this is where multi-factor authentication comes into play. Then we need to authenticate about the right user. Then identification and authentication, they are related, but actually they are different. Then there comes authorization. It is denoted as AUTHZ. Authorization means we are deciding what resources can be accessed, what resources can be used by the user. And then accounting. Accounting means we are what charges we will be having for what services that we are using. So we can say ki IAM, it is a foundation that is giving us all the facilities. So let us discuss it one by one, starting from ki it is providing us the identity management, means it is keeping for all the it is keeping the records for all the users. So account provisioning and deprovisioning is the task done by identity management, and again for all the different user it is synchronizing all the users, so synchronization. Then comes second, administration, starting from the user management, password management, suggesting your password or remembering your password or remembering the users, different users identity, the workflow, then the delegation, how it will be reported and at what time it was being created, the type of user, and all these things related, they comes under administration. Then comes the access management. Access management means we are doing authorization and authentication, both the things. Then comes the IAM solutions. IAM solutions, we can say that the identity problems that we are facing, they are not being resolved with only one solution, with one product. So usually it is being implemented, the enterprise, they need to be use a combination of all of them. So first, IAM solutions might include the directory services, means how we can manage the account attributes and organization structure. Then second is how we can do the access management. We can how we can provide the single sign-on, means how to manage the authentication and authorization for the users at same time. Then we are moving on to the identity lifecycle management, means how to manage the use account provisioning and deprovisioning. Then comes the role management, how to manage the different kind of users and RBAC. So starting from the applications, applications means we are doing identity life cycle management, we are doing access management, we are providing directory services, we are doing role management. These are the different applications provided to different users. So in identity life cycle management, we are verifying the different user credentials, their entitlement, their management, their roles, their auditing, their reporting, their provisioning, and all the accounts related things. Then access management, which user is authentic, which user is authorized, what are the different federations, which users have SSOs, and how they are being audited, that comes under access management. Then moving on to the directory services, means what will be the different users attributes, how they are put on being in a single group, what will be the credentials for that group, and how we are categorizing it, they all comes under directory services. Then how to manage the different roles of the users, what are their delegations, how they are being entitled, how they are being governed, how we are taking care of the risk factors, they all comes under role management. Then what are the problems that also IAM also faces? So IAM holds password management, we remember so many done passwords. Then there can be the problem of orphan accounts, means from a compliance standpoint, orphan accounts, they are a major concern nowadays, since orphan accounts means that ex-employees or former contractors or suppliers, they still have legitimate credentials or access to enter into the internal structure of the system. Then IAM is still facing some challenges, because It is dealing with multiple identities. It is dealing with the orphan accounts, the people right now they are not in the system, but still they are having access to access the same network, means they are authenticated users. So, managing a lot of manual tasks also along with so much of things put on the network, then business processes, they are not so well structured and well defined. Then expectation to make how to make the right IDM that also provides us the synchronized data engine to on the application layer of the data. Then arranging all the stakeholders to have a common platform of the area that will be put on the same data, and all the issues will be discussed. Then how to get support from the sponsors and do the leadership. Then deploying so many IDM technologies in a single platform and then giving us the architectural vision. So, it starts with a slow process. If we are starting with the IAM solution, we will be doing the SWOT analysis, means we will be giving the single source of truth, but it is sometime it is truth, but sometime it does not win. So, it implements the big wins by giving the user provisioning to the actor directory and doing the password resets. But how it is, how SSOT goes, working in a team and to determine the true source of user information, that is already happening with the Microsoft ILM feature or CAE Trust Admin, Sun IAM and many more. So, when these are working, they have resulted that user provisioning is automated. Password resets can also be delegated to the help desk. So, now at present the situation is we can have the audit both the user provisioning and password resets. So, authorization, it was the hard one, that but still we have achieved with IAM. Applications, they define the authorization rules in a different manner and they try to consolidate into a single platform AD LDAP landscape. So, they tackle it as a one application at a time. Now, we can be an auditor, or we can also review ki who has which kind of accounts, why do they have these kind of accounts and who approved them, what are our orphaned accounts and who is accessing to what and for how long they have accessed those kind of accounts. So, this was all about IAM. Thank you.